welcome to Jesus Christ That's Funny. I'm
Hey,
Ethan
it's nice
Moore.
to see you. How are you doing? Pastor Dwayne Black, Sanctuary Church.
Yeah, and we're still here with Dr. Anna Lepeley.
Hi.
Is
Hi,
it
guys.
Lepeley?
Yeah, Lepeley. Actually, I'm glad you asked that. In Spanish, it's Lepeley. But it's
Lepeley.
a French last name, apparently. And it's very rare. But yeah, Lepeley. But as I was born here, and I'm a little bit of a redneck, so I just say Lepeley.
Lepeley.
You're
Lepeley.
a little bit redneck?
No, I mean, I'm wearing a
think
camo
you're a
hat right now.
redneck.
No, I'm not. I grew up in Connecticut, but I grew up in the woods, like
Yeah.
She
fishing
drives
and stuff.
a Jeep.
I drive a stick shift, yeah.
She wears sometimes plaid and camouflage.
I do wear a lot of...
No
She has boots.
way. No
Yeah.
way.
Wait, what kind of boots, though? I mean, come on. Those boots aren't, like, rednecky. They're not, like,
She has cowboy
construction
boots.
Really?
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, but
and a big cowboy hat.
No, I don't. I do not. It's
And
not
she
true.
rides a horse.
It's
She rode a horse
true.
here.
Yeah, I do.
Jeep is the name of her horse.
It's a stick shift horse.
That's right.
Well, that's good.
I was also dipping tobacco.
Yeah.
10 minutes
I
ago.
noticed
Pastor,
that.
This,
Yeah.
this
Right there.
spittoon is full here. The official Jesus
Actually, when
spittoon.
Ethan and I went to Smoothie King, and I just used his cup to spit in it, and he still drank it all. Did you notice that Ethan spilled the smoothie?
As soon as he walked in, boom, done. Yeah.
I spilled on God's floor.
And he cleaned it with just like paper towel. I question when Ethan cleans things. I wonder if he really like gets to the bottom of stuff, and
I do my best. I don't know. I don't know how to clean very well.
So good.
Well, you did a good job. It was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, let's see. We were talking about a songwriter named Richard Marx in the last episode. Don't know who that is.
Oh, you don't know who Richard Marx is? Wow.
No. You didn't know who Tammy Wynette is, so.
I did know. I did.
Okay.
Just a country
He likes
singer.
his country western.
I like
you
Johnny
know.
Cash, so I don't know if I.
I'm trying to get her into Billy Joe Shaver.
Yeah, if they're country, he's like, yeah, man, I love them. They're great. The best thing. And you're like,
I'm also really into
Isn't
hip hop
that God?
and
Isn't that
house.
He's
and
into
disco.
Okay, let's talk about your selection of music though, because so do you have a Spotify account, Ethan?
yeah.
I have
Do
one,
you-
but I don't
Pastor,
know.
you do?
I don't know how to use it.
Okay, so I have a Spotify, and
Yep.
I've been wanting to do something where Ethan creates a Spotify because I want to compare selections of music, and his is very gay. This I'm just going to put it as a gay person. I can say that
We were yesterday or the other day when we were at the Pink Submarine.
Show tunes.
I'm not. I like musical theater sometimes, but
Oh,
anyway.
I hate musicals.
But
Hey,
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
but a little bit. I mean, I couldn't ever. I could never imagine being in one.
yeah, right.
I wouldn't be good enough.
Meanwhile,
probably.
yesterday we're like talking about what we're gonna do. He's like, I gotta go to the theater now, and I'm like, okay.
I was performing at the Villain Theater. But no, what were we talking about?
Our
the
selection
other
of
day
music.
we were at the Pink Submarine, which is a restaurant in Wilton Manors.
Which is
Yes.
which is an apparatus in Ethan's night drawer, night table stand
Pink
drawer.
Submarine, which so there's a restaurant called the Pink Submarine, and it's a submarine sandwich shop,
Right, yeah.
and it's in Wilton Manors, the gay neighborhood, and it's sitting next to Out of the Closet, which is the gay secondhand shop. And
I mean, the store's not really gay, but I guess
well,
it is. Yeah, they actually, I've donated
it's
a
called
lot of
Out
stuff
of the
to them.
Closet. I
They
mean,
do a
come
lot
on.
of stuff. They do free HIV
Right, they're great.
testing
They're a
there,
great
so
organization.
I've
They really
donated
are.
to them.
They
yeah.
really are.
And then I bought a dress there. So I think that's the gayest sentence ever in the English language. That I went to the Pink Submarine, I ordered the Admiral, then I went to a store and bought a dress Out of the Closet.
And he
And you know
wanted
what?
a wig,
Nobody
too.
probably even looked at you. They just went like, oh, okay, fine.
Right.
They probably did. They're like, who's this hairy? He was so hairy.
Yeah. Are you going to shave?
It's this
No, he
handsome rake.
doesn't want to shave his anything.
I don't think girls should shave either.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Pastor, I don't know. This is going off. This is far from. Is there something in the Bible about shaving?
No.
And hair?
No, well, actually, yes, there is.
There is.
Yeah,
What does it
yeah,
say?
Yeah, that you're not supposed to cut your hair. You're supposed to
See,
let it go.
I knew that
But
God
they're not
was.
cutting. You're shaving.
I knew that's cutting. I knew God was on the right side of this issue. Women, what is with the shaving of the pubic hair? Just don't do
Ethan
it.
likes full bush. I think. I think I prefer the complete opposite. If there was a Kinsey scale for that, I prefer the bald.
It's the Schick scale.
And he prefers like
It's the Gillette scale.
this huge.
No, I just think I just prefer natural.
It's
I
disgusting.
just
I
go
think
for
it's
the
not
natural look.
hygienic, and it's just isn't.
Just as God made you.
It's not very aesthetically pleasing. Also, it's not very nice to touch with your face or any.
I think.
I was going
not
back in my mind. I was going back to there was a time.
we-
My wife and
Oh,
I.
and we're off the air.
No,
What
wait, wait,
happened?
her sister came down. She lived up north, and she came down and she put a bathing suit on, and her brother turned over and said, "What is that, Castro?" And I remember just laughing hysterically for hours, just thinking that was the
that's
funny.
great.
Was she
thing I've heard
Cuban?
in a long time. So
My first experience, my first girlfriend, the first experience was definitely what Ethan would like, and I was like, well, we have to talk about this at some point because this is not going to continue.
Are you guys going to do this when you like are you going to do anything together?
On
When you
our
do
stand-up,
your tour?
yeah. I think we need to do some stuff where we talk.
Like, I mean, you do one, and then you come together and.
Yeah,
like,
we were thinking about after the show to do some stuff like this
A song,
together.
maybe,
Yeah.
or do we have an idea of like she'll play guitar and I'll sing?
Yeah, I can
Oh,
play.
you
I'm
play
gonna sing.
guitar?
I'm gonna sing
I
some
play
show
guitar,
tunes.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
I was singing too, but now I'm gonna get back into it after I had my
Yeah.
throat
Like
surgery.
she's gonna play like from a Broadway musical, and then I'll sing. Like I feel pretty. Oh, so
feel
pretty.
in drag, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that's I can't wait. Where are you guys going to be like first? Because I'm
Wait,
ready. I'm going to be
Can I
there.
just ask something really quick? Did
course.
you just ask about this to get us away from the conversation?
Yes, he definitely did.
Yes, it was definitely. Let's go this direction, please.
Listen, you put me in a room somewhere, and the conversation always goes a little haywire. So it just happens. Sorry.
No.
Well, can I talk about something aside
Please.
from the tour really quick?
Absolutely.
Since we're here, and I've never talked to a pastor, and I've never really been to church. I did my first communion, and then like flames started coming off my shoulders, and so I wasn't really brought up religious at all. And
Right.
I had a particular family member who hated me, really just hated me for being gay. And I had to hear religious stuff, and I wasn't brought up religious, so it was really bizarre. And I guess you would hear about it in the news and stuff. And I guess the question, the $64 million question is, does God hate gays?
No. Quick answer, no. But
What?
let me tell you,
Pastor, every week you come on and say God hates gays. That's like that was actually the original title of this podcast. We changed it
I
to make it more palatable, but it was originally going to be called God Hates Gays.
about
And
no,
Jesus Christ, that sure is funny.
That's right.
But
About 2 years ago, I had a guy walk in, and he said, "Can I talk to you?" And closed the door. And he's like been in church his whole life. And he said, I'm gay. And I said, yeah. And he said,
How'd you know he was gay?
just knew he had a partner, and they've been
Because
living
he had a
together
dress
for-
on.
No. and he said, does God love me? And I was like, and it was.
it was the way he ate the communion wafer.
No, he was serious.
He got on his knees.
The
It was
way-
weird.
The way he ate the communion wafer, he crawled in on his knees from the get-go with his hands tied behind his back with some S&M gear.
So just splash the wine on my face. Oh no, Pastor.
Anyways, okay, so let me get Ethan off of the
I'm sorry, I'll
trail
stop
of
making
perversion.
jokes.
No, so
So what happened with
I
this
had a guy
gentleman?
come in, and he's like going,
Homosexual
does God
gentleman.
love me?
Yeah.
And I was like, of course God loves you. He
Right.
said, yeah, but like the way I am. And I said, of course God loves you. And
As long as you stop
about an
doing
hour,
that now.
No. About an hour later, I had another guy walk in and ask me the same thing. I'm going like, okay, if I got two guys who walked in the same day, then there's got to be a lot of people out there that have this issue of wondering if God loves them, if there's some connection. So we put a thing on the board saying we're going to do a series called Why God Loves Gays. And I had other ministers call me. They said, yeah, man, I drove by your church. I saw their sign, so I got my mom, drove her by it so she could see it too. And it became like this big
And the
thing.
mom threw rocks at the church.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what they were doing, is that they were. But the issue is that
I
we
didn't
had
know a Church of Satan had opened up in Fort Lauderdale. That's an unusual sign.
Well, we had people come and tell their story, and people that were, Christians who were gay and had been abused by the church, and we talked about it because it's out of ignorance, and it's crazy and it's wrong, and we shouldn't be doing that.
So I have another question about that.
Yeah.
So
we love you just as you are.
So when you say that, the next thing I always ask, because you talk to people who are Catholic, and they'll say, oh, well, Catholics know that gays exist. They just tell you not to beat off, and or don't act on it. So it's almost like they're saying, like, we accept you, but you're kind of a shitty. You're
Like
kind of
you're
just
still a person, but every time you act on your sexual desire,
Yeah,
you're sinning.
No.
Yeah, like you're all
Yeah.
right, but you're you're a peasant. You know, you're
No.
below us, but we'll accept you. Is it like that?
No, it's not.
Well, it's not like that here at the sanctuary church.
No, the issue here is it's not I love you and I hate the sin type of thing. That's not
Okay.
here. That's not it.
That was my question.
I love you and you have a sexual.
He loves the sin, but he hates you. Actually,
No,
it's weird. It's the opposite.
and you love women, and that's fine. And I
like to love a lot of women.
I
I prefer,
celebrate-
you know.
I celebrate the idea of love. I celebrate that within
Okay.
you. My prayer is that someday you find somebody who's really special. You know, that you find something that is like real, and you go like, man, I never experienced this love.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
so
want to be
deep.
content. I want to be just thrilled.
you wanna
every
be, like,
day.
over
yeah.
the
I
top
don't want to be like
and-
Ethan, who's like, I'm
you
going
know.
to play checkers today. And
Yeah,
I
right.
I
No,
like on a roller coaster of
Yeah.
fun.
Well, life can't be like that. I already lived that life already.
Well, that was with drugs.
Yeah, you can't expect a roller coaster every day. It's after that it would be boring.
Well, not every day. I mean, sometimes you got to work. You know, you got to like work real hard, and then
But I think you make the relationships work too. I
Yes.
mean, like you get involved because there is a point where you kind of look at each other and you kind of like we gotten into a little pocket here and it's not really fun. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's do
let's
something
get drunk
different.
and like get
Well,
arrested.
no, I mean let's go do something. You know, that's fun. Let's go down to the Havana Cafe and listen to these guys. You know, do stand up comedy. you
Yeah,
know, or-
every Monday, Havana Hideout in Lake Worth.
yeah, that's it.
Have you been yet?
I've
Past
been there actually. Yes.
He's
Yeah.
going to come tonight.
I would like to be there tonight. I've actually got it on my calendar. In
One of-
fact, if you'd
one of
like to
these-
see it,
one of
it
these
is on my
nights.
calendar. Yeah.
Don't forget to check out Havana Hideout every single Monday at 8 p.m. for a great comedy show hosted by yours truly and Eric Rosenblum. Okay, that was just a little paid
Yeah,
advertisement.
I just stood with my like mouth open. I'm like, all right, let's okay.
So wait, what was
Okay.
the verdict? So why does God hate gays? What was I lost track of what you were saying?
God does it.
No, let me ask you this. That's
yeah.
I'm just kidding. But why do people think? Like, why does Annie even have to ask that question? Like, why do people think that God hates gays?
But before you answer that question, I have to tell you that when I meet Christians and I meet people that are and you meet a lot of
Yeah.
especially in Florida, the Bible Belt. I mean, in Clearwater, you got a lot of them. You have them all over Florida. I mean, even down in Miami. When you not so much in Miami, actually, I take that back. But you meet these people that are in church groups and they're this, and they freak me out. I don't want to be alone with them. I don't even want to engage in much conversation with them. I just you put me with a devil worshiper before you put me with someone like that.
Right.
And
Did I scare you?
no, not
Okay.
at all.
See, yeah.
The thing is, I got to hear you on
Yeah.
the last episode. But at first when Ethan told me I'm with a pastor, I'm like, oh, great. Like, that's somebody who's going to hate me. I'm just used to it, Like, I walked into your church when you gave us a tour, and I'm like, oh, the walls are going to crack. Something's going to happen.
Nothing happened except,
No.
yeah.
See, I never experienced that. Like, kind of when I was a kid, I went to Baptist church.
But you're married.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ethan.
No, go ahead.
You went to Baptist church and what?
Yeah, I'm not a priest.
Well, when I was a kid, I went to Baptist church, and it was like anti-gay for sure.
Yeah.
But then I went to California and I did seminary out there. I mean, I did my my master's degree in Berkeley at the Graduate Theological Union, and it was like every religion. It was multicultural,
Right, yeah,
and it was Buddhists and Muslims and Hindus. Just like
Wiccans.
and they actually had an Institute of Native American Studies. They didn't have Wiccan, but they had it was very very what's the word I'm looking for? Ecumenical,
yeah,
I guess.
Yes, ecumenical.
What's that word mean?
Multi religions, denominations, and all sorts of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Real inclusive. Not
Catholics,
exclusive.
Protestants, just everything.
Okay.
And it was very like one of the seminaries had a transgender bathroom,
Yeah.
and this is 15 years ago. So it's
also California.
It's California, and so I was like, immediately I was like, okay, well this religion, like
Right.
in other words, I was thinking, oh, like religious people don't like gays. And then I was like, oh no, it was just the religious people that I grew up with, the Bible study people,
Right.
the
absolutely.
Baptists.
Yeah,
But then I went out there and it was like all these other Christians and other religions, and they were like, yeah, whatever, who cares? That was
Yeah.
the attitude. And then I get that same vibe from you, Pastor. You're
Yeah.
like, why would God care?
Yeah,
Right?
it isn't. It's and the thing is like, that is, I wouldn't want to be around those people either.
Yeah, I feel like you're a
Okay.
minority in this.
Yeah. But there are more and more people that I'm running into that are like, this is about love and changing the world and trying to do things differently
Yeah.
and not bombing people instead. I mean, it's all of those good things.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like taking care of the homeless.
Yeah.
being out there, reaching out to people who are in need, taking care of people that are, aging and are going like, what am I going to do now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not picketing outside of an abortion clinic.
No.
See,
No.
I go to the deep
Yeah.
south and
Whoa,
I see
what?
that stuff.
Wait, you mean I shouldn't be picketing out there?
Well, that's, you run into people that they're like pro-life, but as soon as you get to like the death penalty, they're like, we'll kill them.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what happened? Where's the disconnect here? Either you're for life or you're not. What is it? So, like tomorrow or Wednesday, we have the death penalty thing here, and there'll be people.
You guys are going to electrocute somebody here?
No,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about why we should do away with this thing.
For being gay.
That's right. In fact, that's why you're here today.
All right.
Get you
Well,
in here
guys, I
somehow.
haven't even been
Drink
in
the
love
water,
yet.
it's
Can you,
okay,
at least
yeah.
wait a little bit longer? Wait till I get married. I want to get married someday. Let's wait till that happens, then I go ahead after.
Do you really want to get married?
I do, yeah. I have always dreamt of getting married, having this huge wedding with like zombie decorations and Halloween stuff and just a bunch of crazy stuff. But the thought of monogamy also freaks me out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you just haven't met the right girl.
Perhaps. Yeah.
That just like blows your mind. and
You should
goes,
maybe you should be like Mormon. You could have like multiple wives.
You know what?
You know
I've
what? I
dated
didn't even
multiple
think about
girls.
that.
Yeah, I've dated multiple girls at once, and it's kind of a headache. But it's definitely like I can barely get back to you, Ethan. Sometimes, like sometimes
It's very frustrating.
I mean, the way I text Ethan because I'm so overwhelmed sometimes is that the words don't even make sense.
It's true.
I'm a terrible texter.
She's texting with like I don't know her ass or something. It's just like JQGRX. I'm like, what
better
the?
than my thumbs.
Can't even. Can't even
But
read
yeah,
it.
I would love to have a big wedding, and I think the thing about also is that I want to have a big party. So that's probably why I want to get married. I just want to have a big party more than anything.
It's a good reason.
This is over the top.
Pastor.
So there's a magazine with two guys getting married here.
Yeah,
the
but
pastor's passing over to
he's
me.
holding up a very gay-looking
visual.
photograph there.
Visual.
I'm also a wedding officiant.
Yeah. See. Okay.
So-
see the pictures. That's that's
beautiful.
in our church.
Oh,
and
that's
that was
beautiful.
like over the top.
You mean
Yeah.
in terms of the gayness.
Yeah, they had YMCA dancers.
That's it.
So I'm I was telling the
Yeah.
pastor earlier that I'm a wedding officiant, and I mostly do. I just do beach weddings, you name it, outside of a church venues. People who are non-denominational.
Right.
I'm registered with the Universal Life Church, which is non-denominational.
Yep.
So they take everything. I take Satan. I take everybody.
You've done Satan weddings?
No, I wish.
Okay.
That would be pretty great, like
Something.
House of a Thousand Corpses style wedding. And,
Well, that's a zombie wedding. That's just a theme wedding.
yeah, I would love
That's
that. I don't know. I've always wanted somebody to be like, "Can you dress up like a pirate for my wedding?" And I'm paying you, and it would just be nice. But so far, I dress up conservative, and
Right.
I go to
What do you
the
dress
wedding.
up like?
I just wear. I have a couple
She has a
dresses.
Pope hat.
My cleavage is out.
Pat?
It's funny you ask that because when I first talk to couples,
Yeah.
I specifically tell if it's a heterosexual couple, I tell the bride, I just want you to know, I don't have my cleavage coming out of it because I'm a young female and I don't get
Right.
hired a lot to do weddings because I'm a young girl. People typically want an older
wouldn't
woman.
think about that, really,
Yeah,
really.
it's absolutely.
Wow.
I actually, to tell you the truth, I get a lot of Brazilian brides. Brazilian brides with typically a
I just want one.
yeah. I would actually love to. I think I'm going to marry a Brazilian girl. That's my guess.
I thought it was a Jewish girl.
No, I said I love Jewish girls,
Okay, that's-
but I love them, dating them or not dating them. But I think I would like to marry a Brazilian girl. I don't know. It's like a premonition, but I'll forget about it tomorrow. I'm gonna forget.
Right.
So
This will be forever. And now it's on tape.
oh shit.
It's on here.
Uh,
Years from now, man.
anyways, let's just change the subject. So,
Whoa.
anyways,
Well, we're actually coming down to the wire here.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, we're about done.
That's it.
Do you have more?
Well, I was gonna talk about my wedding officiant experience.
All right, we can do that.
And
No,
she's
if it's
then
if
gonna
it's
talk
a,
about her
if it's a-
wedding.
if it's a very religious ceremony,
Yeah.
I won't do it. I'll refer them to another colleague of mine. But usually they're not. But I do get Brazilian brides because I'm learning how to speak Brazilian Portuguese.
Oh, cool.
So I can
Very
read.
nice.
So I know
Nice,
how
nice,
to
nice,
read
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I practice weeks beforehand to perfect the accent and pronouncing all the words correctly. And I'm fluent in Spanish, so I can do Spanish. So I've done a lot of Brazilian Portuguese and Spanish ceremonies. But yeah, I won't do extremely religious ceremonies. But I do want to get married someday. But I don't want it to look like this typical stuff where it's like, I want it to be like a circus.
Cirque du
a
Soleil.
circus with class.
A
Cirque du
classy,
Soleil, I'm
you know,
telling
those
you.
classy circuses. I guess
no
Cirque du
no
Soleil.
carny. No, I don't want Cirque du
Can I be the
Soleil.
bearded lady?
Actually, it's
you
funny
know-
because I probably would have Ethan do the wedding if the girl
could
that I
do it,
married
yeah.
was okay with it.
I registered with the Universal Life Church
yeah,
also.
so we're both, yeah.
What do you think about that, Pastor? That
I think
Universal.
Are
I
we
think
like
it's
a bunch
great.
of crooks?
No.
I think
Okay.
the pastor doesn't like it because we're horning in on your act,
I think you're taking money right out of my pocket.
right?
No.
How much do you get paid for a wedding?
If I'm anywhere between $200 to $1,000,
So
Really?
I charge anywhere from.
Does the church get that, or do you get that?
that comes to me.
That
The
comes
church-
to you.
Yeah,
So what makes you
that.
charge $1,000?
I
If
don't.
they're, if they're
I
gay,
ask
it's
people-
1,000.
I
If they're straight, it's 200.
I was gonna say sexual favors before the wedding. Maybe it's
no.
okay.
I always tell people it's a donation, and what they would like to do is fine. I don't. We don't talk.
Really?
Money. Yep. So I feel like if what I do, part of what I do is my responsibility is to do weddings, and so I do 3 counseling sessions, and
Yeah.
I turn people down. You know, and said,
No
"Listen,
way. So
man."
I don't counsel, and it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
You feels like it's your responsibility because that's how I feel about
Yeah.
weddings. Because I feel like I offer a person that's not going to judge them and just somebody who's comfortable.
Right.
And I take it very serious. I show up there, and I mean, aside from working with them on the ceremony, I show up there 2 hours early. I coordinate with the photographer. I make sure I'm not in the pictures.
Right.
And
Right.
you know, as best
Ooh,
as
a
possible.
whole 2 hours. Pastor does counseling sessions.
Well, I also I kind of counsel with them because I'm at the bride's beck and call. She can text me at 3, which they do. They'll text me at 3 in the morning. I want to change this. I want this. I have questions about this for months before the wedding.
Right.
Depending on how long it's been between the wedding. and the
I'm going to
wedding.
do this too now. So I got the certification,
We do.
and I'm going to do counseling, but I also will claim a prima notte. So
What's that?
what is that, Pastor? Pastor, you claim that, right?
No, I don't.
It's called first night. It means that you get to deflower the bride before the groom.
Maybe I should do that. If Sophia Vergara remarries, I'm going to do that with her.
Oh, Sophia Vergara. I heard that name somewhere. Who is that?
You're kidding, right?
She's on some show I know on
Modern
TV.
Family.
Yeah, I
she's
haven't seen
absolutely
that.
beautiful. She's Colombian.
Everyone says she's really pretty.
Yeah, and she's
And she
aging
seems
beautifully.
sweet. She
Yes.
seems really nice,
Yes.
yeah.
Well, she's Latin. Latin
Yeah.
girls are very
I'm
genuine.
gonna have to see a
and sweet.
picture of her sometime.
Well, Google it right now.
No.
But I charge for weddings. I charge, depending on the person, I charge $450 to $650. Also, depending on if I have to travel. So.
Yeah. Well, that's good because, and I'll tell you, the counseling's the big thing. The counseling we spend 3 to 4 hours, doing counseling. An hour here, an hour here, an hour.
What do you
And we start
turn
with
down
100
for?
questions, and we really deal with all the stuff like the finances.
You give them a
and
Kinsey scale, and they're like, you know what, you're gay. You
Ah.
shouldn't be marrying this.
Well,
What-
I've actually, you sit with people and you say, listen, I think you got some issues you need to deal with.
What
before we-
how does that how does that work? Like, when do you turn them down?
Usually the
Like,
first.
what are the
first
deal
day
breakers?
when we start working through the questions, if they're not willing to really talk about some of the things, because you have to talk about those things. You have to talk about, okay, say you get married to somebody. Is there a point that you don't have to work or she doesn't have to work? Is there, and what is that?
Yeah,
point?
I'm not going to work. She's going to work.
Well, that's an important thing because that girl may
I'm
be
just
going
kidding.
like,
I'm going to work.
no way.
Wait, what do you mean? So you mean the couple actually has no idea, and they don't get into that
Sometimes
until you talk
they
to
don't.
them?
Sometimes it's really strange because you start asking, you say, okay, even sexual questions, like how do you deal with
Do
the
you
idea
toss
that-
You ask-
salad or
you ask-
right? Things like that.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that's gonna get bleeped out.
Wait,
What kind of sexual stuff, Pastor?
we
If they're
talk
sexually compatible, like, are you both tops? Or are you both bottoms?
well, no. Part of it is like you like.
Is that on
so-
there?
Well, no. So how do you deal with? If
Do you like to
guys-
be choked?
How do you deal with if you don't if you're not getting enough sexual arousement? So,
Oh
Prostitutes.
yeah.
So-
Just go. You
so
just
how
go
do you- how
outside
do
the
you guys talk about
relationship.
that?
You just
How
go
are you
outside
gonna
the
talk about it? Are you
relationship
gonna
and
talk about it? Are
you
you
get some
gonna say, like,
strange.
listen, babe, I think we need to have more of a relationship here than this. And then what does that mean? And what does that look like? And are you able to say that, well, actually, you're not satisfying me? I mean, but if that's not where you talk about it, where do you talk about it? Prior to getting married, you want to try to, money's the biggest thing. That's where most of the problems come.
Oh
in.
really?
Yeah.
You ever have them
Yeah.
break out in a fist fight in the middle of the counseling session, and you're like, all right, this is definitely not going to work.
Not a fist fight, but pretty close. I had one couple that was pretty ugly, and it was like about halfway through, like going, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Ugh.
And they
Wow.
didn't get married, and it was good because they ended up marrying other people later. But it was, so I would sit and meet with you and whoever you are with and whoever it is. It's all okay, Ethan. Whatever.
He's like, whatever gender.
Whatever bridal dress you want to wear to your wedding, Ethan.
Oh yeah, that would be funny. What if I wore a dress too?
Oh, I would. It's like I said, when I met Ethan, my dreams came true. It's just true.
I still don't think that was dreams. I think that was a
Oh,
nightmare.
no.
Man. I saw those pictures. That was scary.
I have a thing when guys that are not supposed to be in drag, it just
What do you mean not supposed to?
you're hairy as hell. First of all,
felt very
okay?
comfortable.
And your eyebrows are too thick to be in
I
drag.
got into the character.
He did very very naturally. I must say.
I did.
must
The
add.
voice I heard. It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was calling me sweetie, and he was like pulling on my tie, and it was
He was very comfortable.
yes.
She said she was having to be a man, and I was like, well, just think masculine thoughts. Just think about how you want to oppress me as a woman. Keep
And then
me
he
down.
posted a picture, and he goes in drag, and he on social media he wrote, "I make 70%," and I'm like, "What the hell? What the hell is that?" He's like, "I make."
I only make 70% because I'm a woman now. I have to take a pay cut.
That's right. I did see that. I thought that was really funny. Yeah.
Thank you.
So you guys like going to
He
tour
got
down
it.
Key West?
We'd actually like to.
New
because
Orleans?
I did a
New Orleans?
wedding in Key
Yes.
West actually, and I met a beautiful wedding planner. And
We don't have a date. We don't have a date in Key West yet.
Nobody cares about the wedding planner that I met in Key West. Key West doesn't have a big comedy scene that we know of.
No, I don't think they do.
We've asked around and
They have more of a Jimmy Buffett scene. That's
Yeah.
the scene there.
They've
drag
got a lot of
shows, too,
music.
which
also, a
Ethan
lot of
would
drag
probably
shows,
like.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe he could do some shows down there.
Butch and Femme comedy could encompass many kinds of things.
You know
It could
what?
be show tunes.
That could be an idea. That if you did drag shows comedy-wise, so you go
Can you
out
lip
there
sync
and then
some
all of a
stuff
sudden...
or?
I could definitely lip
You
sync.
can do it all the time. You're Snapchat and he's driving and I want to strangle him. Well, wait, he likes when girls do that way. When he snaps and drives, I always send him a text and I'm like, please don't snap and drive. It's so stupid.
She's right. She's
I only do
absolutely
it
right,
when
man.
I'm parked or I'm at a red light, and it's twice I've done it. So
I try to only do it when I'm parked, but sometimes a snap will
The
happen.
car starts
when I'm
moving.
Yeah,
That's
the car
right,
starts-
exactly.
That's right. The light changes while I'm doing it. All right. Well, we don't have dates for every city yet. We're
actually going to work on that right now.
we're- yeah,
and I'm
we're-
on 5 hours of sleep.
we're
so
working on that. But
Sometimes Ethan talks to me about dates, and I'll be like sexting. Can I
Well,
say
you
that?
look like you're falling asleep.
I'm a little
You're
tired.
like, your eyes are getting a little
Yeah.
bit...
It's not marijuana. I'm
it's
just
just
getting
you-
tired.
Okay.
but let's wrap this up. So so if you want to find out more about the Butch and Femme comedy tour,
Yes, where would you find that out, man?
you would go to butchandfemmecomedy.com.
And I'm actually going to start developing the website.
How do you spell that?
Butch and Femme. So
Femme?
it's
F-E-M?
People don't know how to spell femme. F-E-M-M-E.
E.
yeah. comedy.com. It's a French word. Butch and Femme comedy.com. Check that out. That actually goes directly to our Facebook page right now. And go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. That'd be great. But we will also be developing that website and putting
I think
dates
I
up
just burped
within the
into the
next few
microphone.
days.
Did you hear that? Or
We'll bleep that out.
no, don't bleep it. Leave it.
And also, Anna, what about you? Like, where can people find you on social media?
I actually don't want them to find me on social media. No, I just go to the Facebook page for Butch and Femme comedy.
Okay.
Because I'm actually going to start. You have to put me as an administrator so I can start updating that. I have so many videos and pictures to post.
She has
on
lots
this
of videos of me acting very feminine and her acting very butch. So it's apropos.
And yeah, that's where they can find me. Also, I do sell my book on Amazon. Stop It: 18 Habits That Hinder Your Libido and Make You Fat. And the best way to find that is to just search my name on Amazon, which is Anna, A-N-N-A. Last name is L-E-P as in Peter, E-L-E-Y. So if you just search that, my one book's going to come up.
Stop it. And don't forget to check out my book, Seawater and Bananas, a guide
And drag.
to the drag queen's diet.
Oh, by the way, he left his lipstick at the lovely
Yeah.
ladies studio where we did the shoot. And he was freaking out. He's like, I left my makeup there. And I go, Ethan, when the hell are you going to need it again? And he goes, well, you never know on a Thursday afternoon if I'm bored.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know. You never know.
I go, this might become every day when you're bored.
Ethan's feeling good today.
Sometimes you
Okay.
just get bored around the house, Find a way to while away the hours.
Wait, did you actually end up having it?
Yeah, one of the lesbians put it in my
So,
purse.
one of the
my
lesbians-
bag, not my
That's
purse. I don't have a
degrading.
purse.
One of the gargoyles. Like
That's right. Yeah.
So one of the
One of the
first of
beautiful
all,
lesbians.
Our photographers were twins, and they're absolutely beautifully stunning and just the nicest girls in the world. And one of the girls' names is Iene. So when he was texting, were you texting my phone?
Yeah,
He was texting my phone, and I told her, like, do whatever with my phone. I gave her my passcode because we were there for so many hours. And he had texted, I left my makeup there, and she texts him, and she goes, it's Iene, I put it in your bag. So Ethan goes, later that night, he goes, you text me that you put my makeup in the bag. And I go, Ethan, I've had a very long weekend of not eating and not sleeping much. No drinking at all, but I'm not remembering much. But I don't remember ever texting you about your makeup. He goes, no, you text me. And I go, what the hell are you talking about? And I look at my phone, and I go, Ethan, that was Iene. He goes, but Anna, because she spells her name, Ayenny. He goes, Anna, you text so bad that I thought that you were just texting me.
I thought it was just like gibberish. I thought it was like it's Anna or something, or I don't know. Like
and
it's
it said
me.
It's in the bag, and I go, I guess I'm that. I mean, I text very bad, so.
It's just all gibberish.
Because I
I
have
can
to
usually
text
read
so
the
much.
Do you
gibberish.
dictate or do you like?
No, well, now that I can use the talk to text now, but so the thing is, like, when I had the vocal surgery and I couldn't speak for a long time, I had to text everybody. But since this weekend is a busy weekend in particular, and I text a lot of people, and now that Tinder, I was like, things are a little busy,
Yeah.
And Ethan, of course, is priority. But when I text him, I'm like, I don't have to be that careful, so I just kind of like flabber. But he doesn't. He has to like decipher it. It's like code.
So yes, I have to decipher the code. So, Pastor, where can people find you?
Sanctuary Church, FTL.
All right.
.org. That's
So
our
let me just
website.
ask this, because if I ever wanted to come here, what's the best day? Like, what's the best day to
Sunday.
get chicks? That's my question. Do a lot of lesbians come here?
Yes.
So I can pick up girls here.
Yeah, you can pick up girls.
Great.
Yeah. It's a good pickup place.
It's not like ungodly or anything.
No, very, very.
Just don't make out with them in the back room. Or
Well, yeah, just
Just be discreet.
go to a hotel.
Just
Okay.
think this sentence. What would Jesus do? When he was making out.
For the longest time, though, I always thought Jesus would not be gay. Like, Jesus not like hate gays. So
No, when he would make out with chicks, what would he do? He'd probably do it like
the first thing I tell Ethan
behind
is
the
don't
door.
grab their boobs the first time you make out with a girl.
He doesn't. He didn't know that. He didn't
I talked
understand
to
that.
him
I don't
about
do
this. He did it once. He does it to select girls. And when he told me, he's like, I was making out with this girl, and I knew it was the first time because I hadn't heard about this girl.
Okay, this topic is not.
And
You're so far away from Jesus Christ. That's
And-
funny. What are we talking about? We're talking about like your texting style
he
and.
said he grabbed her boobs. I go, Ethan, the first time you make out with a girl, you don't grab her boobs.
I know how to make out with girls.
Really?
I feel like
I just feel it out. Yeah.
that's literally, yeah.
I mean, you got to be intuitive. with the
You
ladies.
do. Which, by the way, we hung out with somebody last night who may not have been.
Okay, we're wrapping this up, Anna. You're like, let's start another whole topic. So Pastor, where can people find you?
So the best day is Sunday,
Sunday's great.
but
yeah.
I don't get up early on Sundays.
10:30.
Well, we'll
Too
just
early.
move the
Way
whole
too early.
thing for you,
Just
Anna.
move it for you.
Was midnight good? Should we do the Sunday morning service at midnight? Will that work for Anna?
Actually, that would be perfect.
Do you like people in recovery?
I don't hate them. I actually work. Look, I'm friends with
Man, I
Ethan.
got 5:30 groups here. Is good.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's like, come and hit on the vulnerable alcoholics. That's great.
Codependent.
No, they're nice. They're nice people. They're good people. Okay. Sanctuary Church, FTL.org. Our website. You should go to that and see what's going on.
All right, and don't forget to check out Jesus Christ. That's
and
funny.
if I wanted to do stuff for old lady, I love old people.
Right. You go to our website and we hook you up with some different things that we've got
have all the
going on.
events and
Yep,
stuff.
we've got all the
Perfect.
stuff. Yep. We'd love to have you too. That'd be really
I'd love
great.
to do that.
Yeah.
I've always been wanting to do stuff for old people, and I have a soft spot for old ladies. Not because I want to date them, but because I want to like take care. I want to
Right.
make sure
Absolutely.
Take
Yeah.
care of,
Yeah.
So
That would be good. We'd love to have you do that. I know you're in and out of town. Though. You're kind of like all
so
over
when
the
I come
place.
back, I'm a little bit of a gypsy right now. It's like the
Yeah.
Fleetwood Mac song,
Just
but
a nomad.
yeah, I'll be back, and
But someday you'll walk in and you'll go, okay, let's
I'd
do
love
it.
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff. So don't forget to check out our website at jesuschristthat'sfunny.podbean.com and find us on iTunes. Just look up Jesus Christ That's Funny and
Give us a 5.
give us a 5-star rating and share and subscribe.
Yep.
Tell your
that's it,
friends, all that
Yeah.
stuff. You can contact us if you want to write us. If you have a question, just write to jesuschristthat'sfunny@gmail.com and we'll read your question on the air.
That would be great. Anna, it was great having you here.
It was
really
so nice
cool,
to
man.
meet you
Really
finally.
neat. Doctor.
You
Really
don't have to
great
call you
have
as
you.
common. It's fine.
I like Doctor. That's good.
Dr. Anna is my stage name.
Dr.
I work
Anna.
at Scarlett's. I mean, it's a comedy, the comedy venues.
More with Dr. Anna if you check out butchandfemmecomedy.com.
Okay, man.
Well, thanks for being here, Anna.
Thank you.
And thanks, Pastor.